Nation. Welcome to Medford Rogues Baseball, live on medfordrogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Game 2 of a 2-game series between your Medford Rogues and the Yuba City Bears. This will be the final game that Josh Hogan will have to sit out. The final game of the 4-game suspension he earned back in Portland, the last game of the Portland series on July 5th. Yes, Michael, I just wanted to reiterate that anything that was said on the live stream on July 5th, that last day in Portland, anything that was said on the live stream, I was repeating unverified facts. So anything that you may have heard out of my mouth or from other people, we at the Medford Rogues cannot confirm nor deny what may or may not have happened. That's all that we wanted to say about that. I caught up with Coach Hogan. Let's hear what he has to say, shall we? So, Coach Hogan, this is the final game of the 4-game suspension. How has the coaching staff responded to your absence out there in the dugout?
I mean, I'm not out there, so I don't fully know, but I trust them, and they're the same mentality as me. Pretty much going to run the same offense and similar at least, and we're gonna, Jeff and I were always on the same page as far as pitching moves and stuff like that. So, we have the same mind there, and pretty much the same mind baseball and same mentality for the most part. So, I feel totally comfortable with them out there. I just wish I was able to be out there and, maybe slow some things down for them, or, where we're each in our own specific roles instead of kind of sharing roles like they're doing now. So, I fully trust them. It's unfortunate, that I have to sit out and for 4 games, which, is a little ridiculous in my opinion, but it is what it is, and I'm not the boss, so I just have to take it and wear it. And it is what it is. No rebuttals, nothing like that. The president says it, and it is what it is. So I can, gripe about it and complain about it, but it's just trying to set the Rogues up with a little more adversity, and the Rogues like adversity. So they can do all they want to us with the umpires and suspensions and that, but the Rogues are just gonna come right back and put it in your face.
You excited to get out there next game?
Oh, yeah. It'll be like a week at that point. So, yeah, definitely.
All right. Thanks so much, Coach.
Right on. Thank you.
We'll be back right after this. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball live on medfordrogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Game 2 between the Medford Rogues and the Yuba City Bears. James, yes, we did figure out who the pitcher was that pitched the last inning of the 9th in yesterday's game. Earned the save. That would be wearing an unusual number 36, Will Floyd. So I'm sure you got that information before I did, but just wanted to update that for you and everyone listening at home. James Floyd pitched the bottom of the 9th inning last night, pitched a scoreless bottom of the 9th, and earned his 2nd save of the year. And the guy that Will Floyd threw to, his name is Erik Yang, catcher for the Medford Rogues, plays for UC Santa Barbara in his free time. I actually caught up with Erik Yang a little earlier today. Welcome back to the Medford Rogues live stream on medfordrogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. I'm here with Erik Yang, one of the catchers for the Medford Rogues. Erik Yang, you had a great day at the plate yesterday. You went 1 for 1. You walked 4 times. You threw out 2 runners, too, behind the plate. Let's go back a little further, though. When did you first start getting interested in baseball?
Probably when I was around 5 was when I first started playing, but I didn't like it at all. My mom used to have to pay me $1 to go to the games, so but then I started to like it and just been doing it ever since.
So your parents are big baseball fans?
No, not really. They just wanted us to play sports, and that's what ended up happening. I played all the sports growing up.
Obviously, most kids don't grow up saying, I want to be a catcher. I want to be the guy that's sitting behind the plate for 9 innings. When did you start catching? When did you realize that catcher was your calling, your position?
I started catching my sophomore year of high school. It was just one of those things. I did it a little when I was younger, but I usually played like shortstop or third base. And then just my sophomore year in high school, our coach was like, you want to catch? And I'm like, yeah, sure. I'll do it again. So that's when I really started and haven't looked back since.
So obviously that experience at third or shortstop definitely helped you have that arm that you're able to throw across the diamond, whether that's from third to first or from behind the plate over to second to pick off some runners.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite baseball team?
I like the Dodgers because I'm from LA, so yeah.
Me too. I'm a big Dodger fan too. Excited about Cody Bellinger in the home run derby?
Yes, for sure. I think he could win it.
I think so too. So do you have a favorite player?
I like Colton Wong from the Cardinals.
Yeah.
I like just like the way he plays and stuff, style and everything.
Then last question for you. What is your favorite baseball moment? Whether that's you playing or you watching in the stands or even watching on TV, just what is your favorite baseball moment overall?
Probably winning the city title my junior and senior year at Dodger Stadium in high school. That was cool, yeah. Just getting to play on the field and everything.
Man, that must have been amazing.
Yeah, that was really cool.
All right, Erik, thanks so much for your time.
All right, yeah, thank you.
When we come back, first pitch.
Thanks so much, me. Another terrific interview by Jonathan Kerman, interviewing Erik Yang, catcher for the Medford Rogues out of West Hills, California. Erik Yang batting .370 on the year for the Medford Rogues. Threw out 2 runners last night trying to steal second. So another strong arm behind the plate for the Rogues to go along with Braden Stutzman, Dante Gutierrez, and Alex Isola. The starting lineups for your Medford Rogues just a few minutes away from first pitch of Game 2. Leading things off for the Rogues, Clay Valenzuela-Reese, who is working on a 14-game hitting streak. Batting second, playing third base, Davis DeLorfis. Batting third, in right field, Jake Hellwig. Batting cleanup, catching today, Alex Isola. Batting fifth, in left field, Johnny De La Cruz. Batting sixth, the DH tonight, aforementioned Erik Yang. Batting seventh in center field, Conor Lowery. Batting eighth, making his return to the Rogues lineup after a few weeks of being injured with a sore ankle. The Wizard of Gaz, Jake Gazzo, makes his return to the Medford Rogues lineup. He'll play first base tonight and hit eighth. And batting ninth, rounding out the order, second baseman Bryce Tilton. They'll be facing Chris Lamas, the starting pitcher for the Yuba City Bears tonight. Chris Lamas, this will be his second start, but his 11th appearance. So primarily used out of the bullpen, will get the start tonight. He's 1-0 on the year, has 15 strikeouts, and a 6.75 ERA in 17 and a third innings pitched. On the mound for your Medford Rogues, from Ashland, Oregon, number 19, Jamie Flynn. Jamie Flynn plays for Cornell University in his free time, making his 5th start of the year. Flynn is 2-0, 14 strikeouts, just 10 hits allowed in 19 and a third innings pitched, and a sparkling 1.39 ERA. Valley Immediate Care is a proud sponsor of our Rogues broadcast team. Valley Immediate Care has locations in both North and South Medford, Ashland, Grants Pass, and Brookings, offering urgent care, occupational health, physicals, laser services, and more. Head to valley-ic.com for more information. Now time for the Valley Immediate Care pregame injury report. Just one on the list. Taylor Frost did not make the trip with the Medford Rogues down here to Yuba. He is dealing with some dental work right now. And that's going to do it. When we come back, first pitch here at Yuba, here against the Yuba City Bears at Colusa Casino Stadium.
It's time for Medford Rogues baseball as the Rogues take on the best of the West in the Great West League. Don't miss a minute of the action. Listen to every Medford Rogues game all season long, live on MedfordRogues.com. Now, it's time for Medford Rogues baseball. Calling all the action tonight, here's Jonathan Kerman.
Happy Monday, Rogue Nation. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Game 2 between the Medford Rogues and the Yuba City Bears. Valenzuela Reese leading things off for the Rogues. Takes a fastball on the outside part of the plate. The defensive alignment for the Yuba City Bears behind Chris Lamas, their starting pitcher. Catching him, Logan Worm. At third base, Josh Winkler. At short, Jacques Robinson. Clay Valenzuela Reese fouls that ball back out of play. Jacques Robinson at second, Trey Yukamoto at second, Jacques Robinson at shortstop. Andrew Fuentes at first. The outfield for the Bears, in left, Steve Robinson, in center, Creed Smith, and in right, TJ Dove. Pitch to Valenzuela Reese is inside, and that is ball 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, now batting for the Medford Rogues.
So a quick walk allowed by Chris Lamas. Clay Valenzuela Reese aboard to lead things off for the Rogues here in the top of the first inning. And that'll bring up Davis DeLorfis. DeLorfis batting .362 on the year. 46 hits, 10 doubles, 4 triples, 3 RBIs in 32 games. First pitch to DeLorfis inside, ball 1. Valenzuela Reese takes his lead from first, just getting underway, top of the first inning, nobody out here at Colusa Casino Stadium. Next pitch to DeLorfis is high and inside, ball 2. A good evening to you as well, Doug, and to all of you joining us here on the live stream. Thank you so much for joining us. As always, it's a pleasure bringing you Medford Rogues baseball. 2-0 pitch, fastball catches the outside part of the plate. 2-1 now, the count. Waiting on deck, the right fielder, Jake Hellwig. Davis DeLorfis waits on the 2-1. That one is hit well to center field. Going back on it is Creed Smith. Still going back. He will make the play about a step in front of the warning track. There was actually what I think is a pigeon that was out there. And as Creed Smith ran back right into the path of the pigeon that was just sitting out there in center field, the pigeon took off and may have obstructed the view of Creed Smith. Regardless, he makes the play. It's a sharp flyout for Davis DeLorfis to center for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Jake Hellwig, playing in his normal right field today. First pitch to Hellwig, outside, ball 1. Clay Valenzuela Reese at first, 1 out here in the top of the first inning, no score between the Medford Rogues and the Yuba City Bears. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Jake Hellwig. That one catches the outside part of the plate for a strike. Evens the count 1-1. Lamas checks Valenzuela-Reese at first. The 1-1 comes home. That one just missing outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. The field's completely in sun except for the grass in between the first base side and left field. So the right fielder TJ Dove is in sun. There's a patch of shade where a large tree is casting a shadow. The next pitch outside to Jake Hellwig, 3-1 to the left-handed batter. 1 out, top of the first inning, no score. Clay Valenzuela-Reese at first. He walked. Laura, you didn't miss anything. I was just reiterating. Here's the 3-1. That one hit high. It's a shallow pop fly coming on and not going to make the play. It's going to fall in fair ground in shallow left field. Shortstop Jacques Robinson gave it a tremendous effort. A diving play. It knocked his cap off, but he just couldn't get there in time. So a pop fly single, maybe 4 or 5 feet in the outfield grass in front of the dirt behind third base. Valenzuela-Reese advances to second, and that'll bring up Alex Isola with 2 on and 1 out. Doug, I'm in the press box. The AC actually had not been turned on. That ball hit well to left center field. That is going to fall. That is going to gap the left fielder and the center fielder. 1 run comes around. Here comes Jake Hellwig. The play at the plate not going to be in time. Alex Isola delivers a 2 RBI double here in the top of the first inning. A sharply hit ball to left center field got by the center fielder Creed Smith, rolled all the way to the wall. Creed Smith did not play that cleanly off the wall, had some trouble finding that ball in the warning track. By the time he got it back into the infield, 2 runs come across. Jake Hellwig and Clay Valenzuela-Reese come home on the RBI double by Alex Isola. That'll bring up Johnny De La Cruz. The first pitch to him is high, ball 1. So, Laura, you didn't miss anything. I was just reiterating that from that July 5th game, that last game in Portland, where we had 4 ejections, anything that I said on the broadcast, the 1-0 pitch to De La Cruz is low. 2-0, 1 out, Isola at second. Here in the top of the first inning, Rogues on top, 2-0. I was just reiterating that anything that I had said or anything that may have been written on the chat or anything that anyone may have heard is not verified, not supported by the Medford Rogues. We're leaving that at hearsay. That pitch swung on, hit up the middle for a base hit. Jeff Lyle will hold Alex Isola at third. Runners on the corners for the Rogues with 1 out here in the top of the first. Absolutely, Laura, my pleasure. This is the final game of the 4-game suspension for Josh Hogan. He will join the team in a couple of days when we return to Chico for a 3-game series. Christian Coronado will then begin to serve his, I believe it's a 2-game suspension. Don't quote me on that. But the league agreeing to stagger the suspensions so that the Rogues were not stuck with 1 manager, 1 coach in the dugout. So runners on the corners with 1 out, and that'll bring up Erik Yang, the DH. First pitch to him in there for a strike, 0-1. 1 out. Top of the first inning. 2 across already for the Rogues. Here's the 0-1. That one hit well to right center field. Coming on is Creed Smith. He will make the catch in right center field. Alex Isola will come home. RBI sac fly for Erik Yang. Brings home Alex Isola. That is the 3rd run across here in the top of the first inning. 2 outs. Johnny De La Cruz at first. First pitch to Lowery is high, ball 1. Next one catches the inside part of the plate. 1-1 the count. Yes, James, it can be very confusing when the players decide to switch jersey numbers and not let us in the broadcast booth know. Next one is a check swing. Did he go around? No. So it evens the count, 2-2. 2 outs. Johnny De La Cruz at first. Here in the top of the first inning. Rogues already on top, 3-0. Here's the pitch. That one hits inside. It hits him. Hit Conor Lowery on the shoulder. Lamas apologizing to Conor Lowery, saying that one just got away from him. So now runners at first and second, and making his first plate appearance in over a month. The tall, right-handed hitting Jake Gazzo, the Wizard of Gaz, out of Redlands, California, plays for Orange Coast College. When I say tall, I mean tall, 6'5", 225. First pitch to Gazzo, fastball missing, outside, 1-0. 2 outs, top of the first inning, Rogues on top, 3-0. Runners at first and second for Jake Gazzo. Next one is low, 2-0 the count to the Wizard of Gaz. Lamas comes set, comes home. That one catches the inside part of the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 out. Runners on second and first. De La Cruz out there at second. Conor Lowery at first base. Gazzo making his first plate appearance in over a month. The pitch swung on and missed. Strike 2. Johnny De La Cruz, caught standing out in the base pads. Johnny De La Cruz caught out in the base pads at second. He's thrown out by Logan Worm after the pitch. So De La Cruz just caught snoozing out there at second. However, 3 runs do come across thanks to the RBI double by Alex Isola and the sac fly by Erik Yang. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Rogues on top, 3-0 here at Colusa Casino Stadium. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts.
We're back on the road with the Rogues.
Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Bottom of the first inning, Rogues jump out to a 3-0 lead thanks to an RBI double by Alex Isola, a 2 RBI double by Alex Isola, scoring Clay Valenzuela-Reese and Jake Hellwig. Jamie Flynn on the mound for your Medford Rogues, a first pitch strike delivered by the righty from Ashland to Creed Smith. Defensive alignment behind Jamie Smith, catching him tonight, Alex Isola. Here's the 0-1. That one misses low. 1 ball and 1 strike. At third base, Davis DeLorphis. At shortstop, Clay Valenzuela-Reese. At second, Bryce Tilton. And at first, making his first appearance at first in over a month, Jake Gazzo. The outfield battery, the normal De La Cruz, Lowery, and Hellwig in left, center, and right, respectively. Next pitch by Jamie Flynn catches the outside part of the plate. 1-2 the count to Creed Smith, the leadoff hitter. Flynn gets the sign from Isola. He goes into the windup. The pitch swung on, hit up the middle. That is going to be through Valenzuela-Reese and Bryce Tilton. A soft infield single. I mean, I guess you have to call it a through ball. It did reach the infield grass, but only barely.
Ladies and gentlemen, now batting for your Bears. From Sacramento, California,
So a leadoff single for the Bears.
Number 22.
Brings up Jacques Robinson. Jacques Robinson, one of the newer members for the Yuba City Bears. First pitch to him, catches the outside part of the plate. Strike one, excuse me. Runner at first, nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning. Rogues on top 3-0. Jamie Flynn spins the ball in his hand. Gets the sign from Isola. Here's the 1-0. That one is hit well to left center field. De La Cruz coming on will make the catch. A great play by Johnny De La Cruz out there in left field. Retreating back to first is Creed Smith. So 1 out now in the bottom of the first inning.
Ladies and gentlemen, now batting for your Yuba City Bears. Folsom, California, taking Folsom College to third baseman.
I
number 8.
Truly enjoy everyone on the chat. It makes this experience so much more enjoyable, which is nearly impossible because being told, hey, you have to watch baseball. It's a pretty sweet gig to begin with, but now to be able to interact with all of you at home, it really is an honor. I wouldn't rather be doing anything else. Josh Winkler at the plate for the Rogues. Creed Smith took a couple steps too far away for Jamie Flynn's liking. He stepped off the rubber. Now we're back. 1 out, bottom of the first inning. Runner on first for the Bears. First pitch to Josh Winkler. Fastball misses low. Ball 1. Wind blowing out from right to left field here at Colusa Casino Stadium. The right-handed Josh Winkler waits on the 1-0 from Jamie Flynn. Throw over to first, not in time. Next one, that is hit up the middle. Clay Valenzuela-Reese will step on second for 1. Over to Gazzo in time for the double play. A 6-3 double play turned by the Rogues. Jimmy Flynn gets out of the leadoff single jam. Creed Smith never advanced beyond first base in the bottom of the first inning. We head to the top of the second. Rogues on top 3-0 here at Colusa Casino Stadium. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman Group and Michael Newman and the Newman Group. I've been saying it so often, how could I mess that up? Michael Newman Group and Evergreen Home Loans, your local home loan experts. We'll be back with the top of the second right after this.
Catch the Rogues all season long, right here on MedfordRogues.com.
Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Returning to the batter's box, Jake Gazzo. Jake Gazzo took a few pitches back in the top of the first inning, but Johnny De La Cruz out at second was caught snoozing on the base paths and was tagged out. So here's the first pitch again to Jake Gazzo of the second inning now. First one in there for a strike. 0-1. Top of the second inning, Rogues on top 3-0. Off-speed pitch by Chris Lamas catches the outside part of the plate. 0-2 the count to Jake Gazzo. Here's the 0-2. That one misses outside. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Jake Gazzo. Right-handed Gazzo will step back into the batter's box. And we'll do this again. 1-2 the count. Nobody on, nobody out here in the top of the second inning. Swung on, foul tipped. Waiting on deck, Bryce Tilton, and then on the top of the order for the Rogues, Clay Valenzuela-Reese. I just had to switch accounts from my personal account to the Medford Rogues live stream account. That's why you see my name and then the Medford Rogues live stream there on the chat. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no one on, no one out here on the top of the second to Jake Gazzo. Off speed, just missing. Gazzo checked his swing there. Great job laying off on that pitch. Not easy to do, especially when you have 2 strikes on you. Evens the count, 2-2. Here's the pitch. That one's high. Jake Gazzo has run the count full on Chris Lamas. Here's the 3-2. That one's way inside, and Jake Gazzo has earned himself a walk to lead off the top of the second inning, just like Clay Valenzuela-Reese did back in the top of the first. And that'll bring up Bryce Tilton. Tilton out of Sandy, Oregon. If Sandy, Oregon isn't on the coast, I don't know what to believe anymore. Tilton plays for Western Oregon University. 6'1", 180 pounds. Right-handed batter waits on the first pitch from Chris Lamas. That one's high, ball 1. Tilton batting .258 on the year. Has 8 hits, 9 runs. 6 RBIs in 17 games so far this year for the Rogues. Here's the 1-0. That one... I lost internet. We may have dropped there just for a quick second, but we're back. 1-2 the count to Bryce Tilton with Jake Gazzo at first. Nobody out here in the top of the second. That one is low. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Top of the second inning. Rogues on top. 3-0. Here's the 2-2. That one inside. 3-2. So Tilton steps back into the batter's box, the count full. Second consecutive Rogue to go full count. Here in the top of the second. Gazzo takes off. That one foul back and out of play. We'll do this again. April is asking how a pitcher could walk someone as tall as Jake Gazzo. The strike zone certainly changes for taller hitters,
and shrinks for shorter hitters like the Jaden Hannas of the world. That one fouled back out of play. So Bryce Tilton doing a great job of battling here. Count remains full. Chris Lamas having to work hard in these first 2 innings. Jake Gazzo takes his lead from first. He walked earlier in this inning. Nobody out here in the top of the second. That one a check swing. It's going to stay fair. A tough luck play for Bryce Tilton. He checked his swing. The ball hit his bat. It bounced maybe a foot in front of home plate. The catcher, Logan Worm, picked it up and tagged Bryce Tilton. However, Jake Gazzo saw the play the entire way. He took off to second. He's in there safely. So you could call it a sack bunt if you wanted. It was a check swing sack bunt. However you want to call it, Bryce Tilton moves Jake Gazzo over to second, and that'll turn the lineup over for Clay Valenzuela-Reese. First pitch to him is a fastball that misses low and away. Ball 1. 1 out, Jake Gazzo at second here in the top of the second inning. Rogues on top, 3-0. Here's the 1-0 to Valenzuela-Reese. He hits that one well, but it's going to go foul down the left field line into the Bears bullpen. Clay Valenzuela-Reese having a chat with the home plate umpire. Jake Gazzo will take his lead at second. Shadows becoming an issue now here in the infield. The batter's box is in shadow, but the pitcher's mound is in sun. Here's the 1-1. That one misses, and it gets by the catcher, Logan Worm. Jake Gazzo will advance to third. So Jake Gazzo now at third base on a walk, a sacrifice, checked swing, bunt, something by Bryce Tilton. And now a wild pitch brings Gazzo to within 90 feet from home. 1 out here in the top of the second inning. Rogues on top, 3-0. Chris Lamas comes set. Here's the pitch. That one fouled straight back. 2-2 the count now. Here's the 2-2. That one misses outside, blocked nicely by the catcher, Worm. And so for the third consecutive batter in this inning, the Rogues have run the count full. That one hit through the left side of the infield for a base hit. Clay Valenzuela-Reese extends his hitting streak to 15 games. That one an RBI single scoring Jake Gazzo. Welcome back, Jake.
Now batting the third baseman, number 18, Davis DeLorfus.
So dating back to last game, Clay Valenzuela-Reese has reached 7 of his last 8 plate appearances. There's a conversation going on between the infield and the skipper for the Yuba City Bears. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, the rest of this one. 1 out, top of the second inning. Rogues on top, 4-0 here at Colusa Casino Stadium. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball live on medfordrogues.com. It's actually just a quick conversation, so we'll stay right here. Davis DeLorfus will be the batter as soon as everybody gets set. Clay Valenzuela-Reese at first. I'm getting word that this is Chris Lamas's 50th pitch of the inning. It's outside, ball 1. So 50 pitches through 1 1/3 inning for Chris Lamas. Next one's outside. That one gets away from Logan Worm. Clay Valenzuela-Reese will take second. Another free base for the Rogues. The 2-0 to DeLorphis catches the outside part of the plate. 2-1 the count. That one is in the dirt. That one gets by Logan Worm again. And another free base. Clay Valenzuela-Reese now at third. So a ton of free bases given up by the Yuba City Bears. The Rogues will take it. Clay Valenzuela-Reese now at third. 1 out here in the top of the second inning. Rogues on top, 4-0. Here's the 3-0 to DeLorphis. He hits that one through the left side of the field for a base hit. Coming home is Clay Valenzuela-Reese, 5-0, the score. Rogues not wasting any time in this ballgame, jumping out to an early 5-0 lead. Jake Hellwig, who singled and scored, is up to bat.
Right fielder number 38, Jake
The skipper
Hellwig.
going to come out and have another conversation. We might see a pitching change. This could be the end of the night for Chris Lamas. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, the rest of this ball game, Rogues on top, 5-0 here at Colusa Casino Stadium. For over 60 years, Lippert's Carpet One has been dedicated to helping people find the best flooring solutions for their home or business. And for over 60 years, Lippert's has sponsored and donated to many of the organizations in our community, and we appreciate them. If you want to completely transform a room, Lippert's has many products available, and there are more choices than ever. Whether for your home or business, Lippert's has a professional staff dedicated to helping you find exactly what you're looking for. Lippert's thanks you for over 60 years of being your flooring source. Located in Medford on North Pacific Highway or Rogue River Highway in Grants Pass, or find them at lipperts.com. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Top of the second inning, Rogues on top 5-0. Jake Hellwig takes a pitch outside, 2-0 the count to Jake Hellwig. 1 out. Davis DeLorphis at first delivered an RBI single that scored Clay Valenzuela-Reese. On the flip side of this break, there is a pitching change for the Yuba City Bears on the mound now. Southpaw Austin Southward from Yuba City, California. Plays for Yuba College, so doesn't have to go far. 2-0 the count to the left-handed hitting Jake Hellwig. That one hit sharply, just foul off the first base side. 2-1 the count now to Jake Hellwig. April, you're absolutely right. No matter how the Rogues are scoring these runs, they're counting. A ton of free bases given to the Rogues, and they're taking them. 5-0. They're on top, of the Bears. That one inside. 3 balls and 1 strike to Jake Hellwig. Waiting on deck, Alex Isola, who already has a 2 RBI double earlier in this ball game. Here's the 3-1 from the lefty southward. That one hit high to left field. Shielding his eyes is the left fielder, Steve Robinson. He will make the catch in foul ground. A great catch by Steven Robinson.
Ladies and gentlemen, nice
Tagging
hit
and
by
advancing
Steve
on the
Robinson
play
left
is
field.
Davis DeLorfus.
Fletcher's top
So
step
Hellwig
of the game.
flies out to deep left foul territory
Now batting
for the
Rose,
second
catcher
out
number
of the
24,
inning.
Alex Isola.
But another runner in scoring position for Alex Isola. Isola leads the team in RBIs by 9. Actually, it's going to be 11 now, if you include the 2 today. First pitch, swung on and missed. A great cut by Alex Isola. 0-1 to the catcher from Lincoln, California. 2 outs, top of the second inning. DeLorfus at second. Rogues on top, 5-0. Here's the pitch. That one swung on, hit well right into the Bears dugout, rather.
Now, ladies and gentlemen,
The Rogues dugout applauding the Bears dugout. I think someone made a catch on that ball. That ball was rocketed into the dugout. And the Rogues dugout has their caps off to someone in the Bears dugout for making that catch, for staying alive. That ball was hit so sharply by Alex Isola. Here's the 0-2 from southward. Off speed, misses outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Alex Isola. Isola looking for his 40th RBI on the year in just 31 games. That would be Davis DeLorfus, who's out there at second. Here's the 1-2. That one hit foul off the first base side and out of play. We'll do this again. A little bit of fun here between the Yuba City Bears and the Medford Rogues, despite the score being 5-0 early on. Now we're all set to do this again. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. DeLorfus at second in the top of the second. Here's the 1-2. Off speed, just got a piece of it, did Alex Isola. Great job of staying alive. Austin Southward has some terrific off-speed stuff. And we're set to do this again. Southward looks back at second. 1-2 to Isola. That one misses outside. The ball gets away from Logan Worm, but not far enough. DeLorfus decides to head back to second. He was maybe 40% of the way, 40% of the way to third. Heading back to second, was the shorter play. 2-2 to Isola. Off speed, just missing the outside part of the plate. 3-2 the count. And there is a ton of speed differential on these pitches from Austin Southward. Here's the full count pitch. That one hit well, and it is going to fall in center field for a base hit. Here comes Davis DeLorfus, RBI number 40 for Alex Isola. The Rogues take a 6-0 lead here in the top of the second. The 3rd RBI of the day for Alex Isola, who takes second on the throw.
And that brings up the left fielder for the Rogues, number 2, Johnny De La Cruz.
The hits keep on coming for the Medford Rogues. That'll bring up Johnny De La Cruz, who singled back in the first and then was caught cheating on the base paths that ended the top of the first inning for the Rogues. Here's the first pitch to De La Cruz. That one outside, ball 1. .40 RBIs for Alex Isola in 31 games for the Rogues this year. That ball hit to the third baseman Winkler. It's going to go under his glove. Alex Isola will take third on the play. Johnny De La Cruz has his second single of the afternoon. Runners at the corners for the Rogues here in the bottom of the second.
Now batting for the Rogues, designated hitter number 36, Alex Yang.
So that will bring up Alex Yang, who had a RBI sac fly that scored Alex Isola. back in the first. That pitch in there for a strike to Erik Yang. Southward steps off the mound. De La Cruz at first. Isola at third. Here's the 0-1 to Yang. That one hit well but foul down the first base line. Count is 0-2 to Erik Yang. 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. Rogues on top, 6-0. Southward, the lefty comes set. Looks at first, now comes home. The 0-2 swung on, foul tipped. So we'll do this again. The 0-2 pitch is high, 1-2 the count. Rogues not looking to take their foot off the gas pedal just yet. A lot of ball game left in this one. Here's the 1-2 to Erik Yang with runners at the corners. That ball hit to right field. Going back on it is TJ Dove. He's at the wall. He will make the catch right at the warning track. So Erik Yang just barely misses that one. However, 3 more come across for the Rogues in the second. Thanks to RBI singles by Clay Valenzuela-Reese, Davis DeLorfis, and Alex Isola. We head to the bottom of the second inning. Rogues on top, 6-0 here at Colusa Casino Stadium. You are listening to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Baseball is brought to you by Claudio Alvarez Construction and Restoration. Founded over 2 decades ago, Claudio Alvarez Construction and Restoration are there when you need them most. Whether it's fire, storm, or water damage, the Alvarez Restoration team is ready and willing to bring your home back to how it used to be. They like to say, when bad stuff happens, we make good stuff happen. Find them at alvarezrestoration.com or by calling 541-727-7340. Welcome back, Rogue Nation, to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. The Rogues have spotted starting pitcher Jamie Flynn a 6-run lead here in the bottom of the second inning. First pitch to Andrew Fuentes, misses low, ball 1. Alex Isola already with a single and a double in this game to go along with 3 RBIs. Next one just missing. So 2 balls and no strikes to Andrew Fuentes. The Bears went 3 up, 3 down back in the first thanks to a 6-3 double play. And that one outside. So 3 straight balls to Andrew Fuentes. The pitching mound now completely in shadow except for, about the shoulders of Jamie Flynn. So his head is still in sunlight, the rest of his body in shade. 3-0 pitch misses outside. A 4-pitch walk issued by Jamie Flynn will lead off the bottom of the second. That'll bring up Kalen Crisosto, who is the designated hitter for the Bears today. Crisosto batting .257 on the year from Redding, California. Attends Delta College in his free time, 190 right-hander. 27 hits, 16 runs, 7 doubles, 3 triples, 2 RBIs in 30 games. But 32 strikeouts in those 30 games as well. Fuentes at first with nobody out here in the bottom of the second. First pitch missing outside, ball 1. Six to nothing. Your Rogues on top here in the bottom of the second inning. 1 on for the Bears. That one misses outside. 2-0 the count to Kalen Crisosto. The Rogues got 3 in the first, thanks to a 2 RBI double by Alex Isola that scored Clay Valenzuela-Reese and Jake Hellwig. Isola would eventually make it to third on the single by Johnny De La Cruz, and then Erik Yang with the sacrifice fly brought home Isola. And then in the second inning, Jake Gazzo led off with a single. Clay Valenzuela-Reese brought Jake Gazzo home on an RBI single. Jake Gazzo advanced 2 bases, one on a very short grounder by Bryce Tilton, and then a wild pitch. Here's the 2-0. That one misses high. 3 balls and no strikes. So the RBI single by Clay Valenzuela-Reese that scored Jake Gazzo back in the top of the second. Valenzuela-Reese advanced all the way to third on free bases. Here's the 3-0. That one misses outside. Back-to-back walks given up by Jamie Flynn. That'll bring up Steve Robinson, the left fielder.
Now batting the Yuba City Bears, the left fielder from Yuba City, California, attending Lower Columbia College.
So
Number 12,
after
Steve
Davis DeLorfis
Robinson.
singled home Clay Valenzuela-Reese, he advanced to second on a wild pitch and was then brought home by Alex Isola. That's the ball game so far, but Jamie Flynn in a bit of trouble here in the bottom of the second inning. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Here's the pitch to Steve Robinson. That one misses outside. Flynn getting a little frustrated with the called balls and strikes, and for good reason. Here's the 1-0. That one catches the inside part of the plate for a strike. David and Pat would like to see the strike zone for the home ump. I assume like something they do for the major leagues, that StatCast, I believe that it's called. Something we'll have to add to our repertoire in the coming years. That pitch swung on and missed. Strike 2. So just like that, Jamie Flynn ahead of Steve Robinson, 1-2 the count. Andrew Fuentes at second, Kalen Crisosto at first. Steve Robinson, the left-handed batter, waits on the 1-2. Here it is. That one catches the outside part of the plate. Strike 3. Steve Robinson had a few choice words for home plate umpire, so no one's happy with the called balls and strikes. It's a strikeout for Jamie Flynn, first one of the afternoon. That'll bring up the catcher, Logan Worm.
He attends Sierra College, number 15, Logan Worm.
Logan Worm having to work very hard in the top half of the first and second inning. A lot of wild pitches thrown by Chris Lamas. That first pitch to Worm swung on and missed. Strike 1. 1 out, bottom of the second inning. Andrew Fuentes at second. Kalen Crisosto at first. Rogues on top 6-0 early in this one. Jamie Flynn comes set at the hip. Here's the pitch. That one swung on foul back. It caught the catcher's mask. Isola's okay. Jake Gazzo was handed a pair of sunglasses that he then ran out to Bryce Tilton over there at second. Tilton, the only infielder for the Rogues in the sun. And I suppose technically Jake Gazzo is in the sun, although standing right in front of him, Kalen Crisosto is not. Just an example of how tall and big Jake Gazzo is. The 0-2 catches the inside part of the plate. Strike 3. Logan Worm has no words for the home plate umpire. Certainly a veteran move, especially as the opposing team's catcher. Back-to-back strikeouts for Jamie Flynn after back-to-back walks to lead off this inning. That'll bring up TJ Dove. Here's the first pitch to TJ Dove with 2 outs, 2 on in the bottom of the second. That one missing outside, ball 1. Waiting on deck, the 9-hitter for the Bears, Trey Yukamoto. Here's the 1-0 from Jamie Flynn. That one just missing inside. Looked like it was in the same location that Logan Worm was called out on. Maybe it was a little bit low. Regardless, the count is 2-0 to TJ Dove. Runners on second and first for the Bears. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. That one swung on, hit well, but right up the middle. Bryce Tilton is there. He will feed Valenzuela Reese for the force at second. And that will do it for the Bears in the bottom of the second inning. No runs, no hits, 2 runners left on base. We head to the top of the third inning. Rogues on top, 6-0. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Located just 5 minutes from the I-5 and Grants Pass, Hellgate Jet Boat Excursions is the only place you need to go for the ultimate Rogue River experience. Jet through historic Hellgate Canyon, lounge at the exclusive OK Corral, and feast your eyes and mouth on all-you-can-eat homemade barbecue. Visit www.hellgate.com to book your Rogue River experience today. Rogues fans, if you're looking for a used car or truck, why not head to the dealer that will give you the best quality vehicle at the best price? Crater Lake Ford uses real-time tracking software to research similar makes within hundreds of miles to give you the best car shopping experience while saving you time and money. Crater Lake Ford. Right cars and trucks, right prices, right experiences. Visit CraterLakeFord.com today. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. We are in the top of the third inning. Rogues on top, 6-0 here at Colusa Casino Stadium. Leading things off for the Medford Rogues, the center fielder, Conor Lowery. Lowery was hit by a pitch back in the first. First pitch to Lowery in there for a strike from the lefty, Austin Southward. 0-1 the count. Southward on in relief of Chris Lamas, who went just 1 in the third inning. That pitch hit well, but right at the second baseman, Trey Yukamoto. Yukamoto fires it over to Andrew Fuentes in time to get Lowery for the first out of the third inning.
Ladies and gentlemen, that brings up the first baseman, number 22.
Southward on in relief of Chris Lamas, who went just 1 in the third inning, gave up 5 hits, 6 runs, all earned, and 2 walks. So with 1 out, that'll bring up Jake Gazzo, who walked and scored back in the second. First pitch to the Wizard of Gaz in there for a strike at the knees. 0-1 the count. Here's the 0-1 to Gazzo. That one missing outside. Evens the count 1-1. 1 out, top of the third inning. No one on for the Rogues. They're on top 6-0. Here's the windup and the pitch. Another off-speed pitch, swung on and missed. Gazzo nodding his head, trying to time that one up. Jake Gazzo behind in the count, 1-2. Waiting on deck, the 9-hitter Bryce Tilton. Southward steps off the rubber. And we will take a moment to catch our breath. We're all set. Here's the 1-2 to Gazzo. Swung on, foul tipped. Another off-speed pitch. Gazzo still trying to time that one up. Count remains 1-2. The 6'5" right-handed batter, Jake Gazzo, waits on the 1-2. That one missing outside, evens the count 2-2. Heroes is the new place for gourmet subs, wraps, salads, and burgers. People are really talking about how Heroes is the best sandwich shop in town. Go give them a try. Eat like a hero. Hero sandwiches. The 2-2 to Jake Gazzo. Swung on, foul tipped again. So a great job by Jake Gazzo staying alive, fouling off those off-speed pitches. I'm sure he's waiting for a fastball. We'll see if Southward will give in or if he'll keep throwing him cheese, as it's called. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, no one on for the Rogues. Here's the pitch to Gazzo. Another off-speed pitch. That one, swing and a miss. It's dropped by Logan Worm. He picks it up over to first in time to get Gazzo. That is the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Bryce Tilton, the 9-hitter for the Rogues.
Ladies and gentlemen, now batting for the Rogues, the second baseman, number 1, Bryce Tilton.
First pitch to Tilton is low, ball 1. No one on for the Rogues. Kind of surprising to say, considering their first 2 innings. They had runners on base all over the place. The 1-0 to Tilton misses inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Tilton batting just .250 on the year. Here's the 2-0. That one catches the inside part of the plate, 2-1. Tilton, the righty from Sandy, Oregon. 6'1", 180. Here's the 2-1 to Tilton. That one misses low. So Tilton now in a hitter's count, 3 balls and 1 strike. The Rogues wearing their green tops with gray pants. The Bears in their home whites with turquoise blue lettering, deep purple socks, and hat. Here's the 3-1. That one's high. Ball 4. Bryce Tilton is aboard for the first time today.
That brings up the Rogue shortstop number 13.
That'll bring up Clay Valenzuela-Reese, who is 1 for 1 on the day with 2 runs scored. 1 in the first, 1 in the second. Also has an RBI. Valenzuela-Reese scoring Jake Gazzo back in the second inning. Tilton takes his lead from first with 2 outs here in the top of the third. The pitch from Southward catches the inside part of the plate. No balls and 1 strike to Clay Valenzuela-Reese. Tilton being checked on by Southward. Nothing doing over there at first base. Here's the 1-0 to Clay Valenzuela-Reese with 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. That one misses low. Valenzuela-Reese doing a great job of taking that pitch. So 1 ball and 1 strike to the man from Oregon City, Oregon. That one in the dirt. Tilton going to try to be back. He was almost backpicked by Logan Worm at first base. Tilton was back successfully. The throw not on target to first baseman Andrew Fuentes. So 1-2 the count to Clay Valenzuela-Reese with Bryce Tilton at first. That one hit up the middle. That is going to be by the second baseman Trey Yukamoto. Another hit for Clay Valenzuela-Reese. He is on fire, folks. He is 9 for his last 10. He's reached base 9 of the last 10 times he's come up to bat. Valenzuela-Reese came into this game batting .374. Leads the team, 4 points ahead of Alex Isola. Davis DeLorfis in for the Rogues, looks at a first pitch ball, 0-1. A freight train passing by in left to left center field. Interesting, we have a couple ballparks that have train tracks running right by. Bryce Tilton going on the pitch, taking all the way is DeLorfis. Clay Valenzuela-Reese in there in second. The throw skips off the second baseman, Trey Yukamoto. Coming home is Bryce Tilton. I guess they'll call that an E2 on the throw by Logan Worm. The throw was in the dirt. It was on target, but it did skip in the dirt, bounced off Trey Yukamoto. Valenzuela-Reese safe at second. Bryce Tilton comes home, 7-0. Rogues now on top. That one hit well to left field. It is just foul. Holy cow. Davis DeLorfis rather, smoked that ball to left field, and it just barely missed the foul pole out there. 325 sign. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Davis DeLorfis. That one hit to the right side and out of play. It's a foul ball. Count remains 2-2. A lot of action in this ball game for the Rogues early on in this one. They lead 7-0. Clay Valenzuela-Reese at second. 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd inning. Here's the pitch from the lefty southward. That one hit high and not very far into left center field. Steve Robinson, the left fielder, comes on. He will make the grab for the final out of the inning. However, 1 run comes home. Bryce Tilton walks and comes all the way around to score. We head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Rogues on top, 7-0 here at Colusa Casino Stadium over the Yuba City Bears. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Rogue Regency Inn and Suites is the official host hotel of the Medford Rogues. Whether you're in Southern Oregon for a quick stay or a longer visit, Rogue Regency has a warm, casually elegant atmosphere with plenty to offer, including Chadwick's, the official sports bar of the Medford Rogues. Make sure you head to the post-party headquarters, Chadwick's Pub and Sports Bar, and the Rogue Regency Inn and Suites. Rogues Baseball is also brought to you by Mary's Barbecue. Tender, juicy, slow-smoked meat, homemade sides, and friendly service, and it's easy for anyone in Southern Oregon to get to. Mary's Barbecue Place at 841 East Pine Street in Central Point. Follow along on Facebook or their website, marysbarbecueplace.com.
We're back on the road with the Rogues. Take the Rogues with you by following along on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Bottom of the 3rd inning here at Colusa Casino Stadium, 7-0, Rogues on top. First pitch by Jimmy Flynn to Trey Yukamoto. Misses inside, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. That one missing low. So 2 balls and no strikes to Trey Yukamoto, the second baseman for the Yuba City Bears. Rogues getting 3 in the first, 3 in the second, 1 more in the 3rd. 2-0 pitch, fastball missing just outside. Alex Isola nodding to Jamie Flynn, saying that was a good pitch, that was a strike. However, it's called a ball. 3-0 the count to Trey Yukamoto. That one catches the inside part of the plate for a strike. So 3-1 to Yukamoto. Waiting on deck, the top of the order, Creed Smith and then Jacques Robinson. That one catches the outside part of the plate for a strike, runs the count full, 3-2. Yukamoto batting .255 on the year. from Waipahu, Hawaii. Plays for Hawaii Pacific University. The full count pitch, that one misses outside, ball 4. So the leadoff man again on for the Bears. The leadoff man has gone to first every play, and I apologize, I laughed. The Bears have a bat boy that is no more than 6 years old, and he slid in to get that bat. It was a very cute moment. Trey Yukimoto is at first. Creed Smith at the plate, center fielder for the Yuba City Bears. Smith batting .250 on the year. First pitch to him is outside, ball 1. Trey Yukimoto took a big jump at first, went back. It'll be interesting to see if they try to run on Isola. Erik Yang was behind the plate last night. He threw out 2 runners, trying to advance to second. Creed Smith from Chico, California. The right-hander waits on the pitch. That one swung on off his foot. It was fouled off his foot. Smith will take a moment to walk it off. 1-1 the count to Creed Smith. Fans, I can't tell you how many times we've had to replace a window at Harry and David Field because of a stray fly ball. When we need our windows fixed or replaced, the only team we trust are the folks at Bill's Glass. With locations in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass, Bill's Glass is the fastest and most affordable glass service in Southern Oregon. When you hear that crash, think Bill's Glass. Creed Smith will step back into the batter's box. 1-1 the count to the center fielder. Trey Yukimoto takes his lead from first. Nobody out here in the bottom of the third. Rogues on top, 7-0. Pickoff over to first. A great pick, but he is in safely. A great move by Jamie Flynn. Jake Gazzo barely had to move the glove to apply that tag. Trey Yukimoto with some quick reflexes dove back in safely at first base. 1-1 the count to Smith. That one swung on hit to the shortstop, Valenzuela-Reese. Valenzuela-Reese to Bryce Tilden at second for 1. Over to Jake Gazzo at first. In time, another double play turned by the Medford Rogues. 6-4-3. And that'll bring up Jacques Robinson. Jacques Robinson batting .362 for the Bears. Second in batting average on the team. Only playing in 14 games so far. Right-handed batter from Elk Grove, California. Looks at a first pitch that misses low. It's a fastball, ball 1. Bases clear, 2 outs, bottom of the third inning. Rogues on top, 7-0. Here's the 1-0. That one hit to the third baseman, DeLorfis. DeLorfis fires over to Gazzo. 1, 2, 3. Go the Bears in the third. We head to the top of the fourth. Rogues on top, 7-0. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. This Rogues broadcast is brought to you by Morton's Family Dining and Bar. Morton's offers something for everyone. Morton's has a full sports bar, a separate family side of the dining side of the restaurant, and even delivery. Check out their website, mortons.com. That's Morton's with 2 R's. This Rogues broadcast is also brought to you by your local Rogue Valley Fred Meyer.
We're back on the road with the Rogues.
Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Top of the fourth inning, Rogues up big, 7-0. Here at Colusa Casino Stadium, Jake Hellwig leads things off for the Rogues. Looked at a first pitch that's outside, ball one. Rogues getting 3 in the first, 3 in the second, and 1 in the third. Austin Southward, the lefty, still on the mound. That one swung on, fouled back. Evens the count, 1-1. The 1-1 to the left-handed hitting Hellwig. That one hit sharply right at the first baseman, bounces off of Andrew Fuentes, and he is going to just barely get back to the bag in time to get Jake Hellwig. The ball hit sharply to the first baseman, Fuentes. It bounced off his chest and rolled into foul territory. Hellwig sprinting down the line as he always does. A near collision at first base, but Fuentes does get Hellwig for the first out of the fourth inning. That'll bring up Isola. He hits 1-2 right center field. Going back on it, he will make the catch, the right fielder TJ Dove at the warning track. TJ Dove robbing Isola of extra bases. Isola just barely missed that one. So just like that, 2 down in the fourth. That'll bring up Johnny De La Cruz, who is 2 for 2 on the day.
Left fielder number 2, Johnny De La Cruz.
First pitch to De La Cruz is high, ball 1. 7 runs on 8 hits for the Rogues here in the top of the fourth. No runs, just 1 hit and 1 error for the Bears. That one missing outside to Ando, to Johnny De La Cruz. The 2-0 hit sharply right at the shortstop, Jacques Robinson. Clay Valenzuela reached the shortstop for the Rogues. That ball hit sharply to the shortstop, Jacques Robinson. 1 hops. It makes a great play, fires over to first, gets a congratulatory pat on the butt by Jeff Lyle. Robinson over to first in time to get De La Cruz. 1-2-3, go the Rogues in the top of the fourth. We head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Rogues on top, 7-0. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts.
We're back on the road with the Rogues. Take the Rogues with you by following along on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Bottom of the 4th inning, Rogues on top big, 7-0. Pitch to Josh Winkler, swung on and fouled back. He looked at a first pitch ball a few moments ago. 1-1 the count. 7 runs on 8 hits for the Rogues. They failed to score for the first time this game in the top of the 4th inning. Great off-speed pitch by Jamie Flynn. Fooled Josh Winkler there. He swung badly on that one. 1-2 the count. Waiting on deck, Andrew Fuentes. Here's the 1-2. That one, fastball missing outside. Evens the count, 2-2. Jamie Flynn trying to prevent the leadoff man from getting aboard for the first time in this ballgame. That fastball misses low and outside. So the full count now to Josh Winkler. Here's the pitch. That one misses outside, and for the 4th consecutive inning, the leadoff man is on for the Yuba City Bears. That'll bring up Andrew Fuentes.
Ladies and gentlemen, that brings up our first baseman from Woodland, California. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise for number 33, Andrew Fuentes.
It is loud here at Colusa Casino Stadium, the PA speakers right next to our nap mic. Doing our best to balance the two. First pitch for Andrew Fuentes, a called strike, and he is not happy with that pitch. He shrugs, he throws his hands up in the air as he walks out of the batter's box. Nobody out, 1 on for the Bears in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the 0-1. That one swung on, hit well to right field. Jake Hellwig takes a step back, takes a step in, and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Josh Winkler cannot advance.
Ladies and gentlemen,
that'll bring up Kalen Crisosto.
Designated hitter from Redding, California. He's attending San Joaquin Delta College, number 16, Kalen Crisosto.
You know, I probably don't even need to announce the players. We can just let the PA do it for him, for me. I'm just joking. Kalen Crisosto, the DH for the Bears, right-handed batter. Waits with 1 on and 1 out. First pitch to him, a great off-speed pitch. A curveball by Jamie Flynn drops in there for a strike. What a pitch, what a throw. Jamie Flynn gets set. Taking off is Winkler. Pitch in there for a strike. Isola bobbled the ball on the transfer, so Winkler in without a throw. It'll go as a stolen base. Runner in scoring position for the Bears. Kalen Crisosto behind in the count, 0-2. Doug, I do not have a tweet from Lowery, at least not yet. That ball outside, 1-2 the count. It could be on our Rogues account. Let me see. Not seeing anything so far. Winkler at second. Here's the 1-0. That one misses low. 2-2 the count to Kalen Crisosto. Runner on second, 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Game 2 between the Medford Rogues and the Yuba City Bears. That one just missing outside. Runs the count full, 3-2. Waiting on deck, Steve Robinson. Here's the full count pitch to Kalen Crisosto with Josh Winkler at second, 1 out in the bottom of the 4th inning. Fastball fouled into the Bears dugout. A great dive by one of the Bears players out there to get away from that ball. And Steve Robinson, who is in the batter's box, comes over and pats the Bear on the back. And good job for getting out of the way of that one, buddy. I know, April. I've made the correction multiple times, and eventually you just have to let it be. Here's the full count pitch to Kalen Crisosto. Off-speed foul back. Great job by Jamie Flynn keeping Crisosto off balance. Great off-speed pitch after the hard fastball. We'll see what Flynn comes back with here. Still a full count to Kalen Crisosto. Josh Winkler at second. 1 out in the bottom of the fourth. Rogues on top, 7-0. Here's the pitch from the righty from Ashland. Fastball, that one hit to left field. It is going to land foul about a foot over from the edge where the foul grass meets the dirt of the Bears bullpen. So a long at-bat for Kalen Crisosto. And that bat boy, the 6-year-old, no more than 6. He's mad that the at-bat has to continue. He can't run out and grab that bat. Have to wait just a little bit longer, young kid. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Josh Winkler at second. Kalen Crisosto in a battle with Jamie Flynn. Flynn comes set, looks at second. The throw is, well, there's no throw over to second. Flynn turned around, jumped off the rubber. Josh Winkler dove back in at third. No throw. Winkler was back in before Tilton had a chance to get over there. Still a full count to Kalen Crisosto. Flynn checking the runner at second. That's Josh Winkler, and Flynn will step off the mound and reset. So a long at-bat for Kalen Crisosto here in the bottom of the fourth inning and 1 out. Flynn looks back at second, comes home. Off-speed pitch, catches the top of the plate. Strike 3 called. The third strikeout of the game, the third strikeout looking by Jamie Flynn. 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth inning. That'll bring up Steve Robinson, the left fielder and left-handed hitter. First pitch is high and outside. Ball 1 to Steve Robinson.
Robinson had the tough stuff play of the game out of left field.
Robinson, a local of Yuba City, California, plays for Lower Columbia College. 5'10", 165. Robinson 0 for 1 on the day. He was struck out looking back in the second. Here's the 1-0 to Robinson. Swung on, foul back out of play off the third base side. Evens the count 1-1. Josh Winkler at second. He walked and stole a base. Second base is as far as any Bear has come to scoring in this ballgame. Steve Robinson waits on the 1-1 with 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth inning. Here's the pitch. Swung on, that is going to be a blooper that is going to be caught by Johnny De La Cruz. Looks like there was some backspin on that one. The ball stayed up. De La Cruz was there to make the catch. And down go the Bears. We head to the top of the fifth inning. Rogues on top, 7-0. You're listening to the Medford Rogues live stream on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts.
This one's for a free burger courtesy of Kyle.
Welcome back, Rogue Nation, to Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Up to bat for the Rogues in the top of the fifth inning, Erik Yang looks at a first pitch strike, 0-1. Austin Southward still on the mound. Southward will take a step to clear off the rubber of dirt. Rogues on top 7-0, halfway through this ballgame. Off-speed pitch misses, evens the count 1-1. The 1-1 to Yang. Fastball missing just outside. Good take by the DH tonight, Erik Yang. Seems like Erik Yang and Alex Isola switch off DH catching. A great job by Coach Hogan, Jeff Lyle, Christian Coronado, the entire staff. That ball hit well to center field. Going back on it is Creed Smith. Still going back. He's at the wall. He will make the catch right at the warning track. Another well-hit ball that just barely didn't have enough in it to hit the wall or to get out. A loud out for Erik Yang opens up the fifth inning. That'll bring up Conor Lowery. Lowery was hit by a pitch back in the first inning. He's 0 for 1. First pitch swinging, fouled back, 0-1 the count. Erik Yang has hit the ball well 3 times tonight, and he is the only Rogue who has not reached base in this game. The 0-1 to Lowery. Swung on, chopped up the middle. Jacques Robinson, the shortstop, is there. The throw over to first in the dirt, but picked nicely. No, he's ruled safe. The ball is dropped by Andrew Fuentes at first base. It was a good pick, and I think just at the very end, the ball squirted out of the glove. So Lowery is aboard. We'll see if they call that an error or a hit.
Now batting for the Rogues, first baseman number 22, Jake Gonzo.
No word just yet. However, Lowery is aboard. Jake Gazzo stepping up to the batter's box. Gazzo walked and scored back in the second. First pitch swinging, swung on and missed by Gazzo from Redlands, California. 1 out, runner on first for the Rogues in the top of the fifth. They're up 7-0. Still no word on whether that's a hit or an error. Next one hit well right at the shortstop, Jacques Robinson, who makes a great play to catch that one on the fly for the second out of the inning. Gazzo robbed by Jacques Robinson. And that'll bring up Bryce Tilton. Tilton is 0 for 1 on the day. He walked and scored back in the third. Lowery takes his lead from first base. 2 outs in the top of the fifth inning. Pitch is in the dirt, blocked nicely by Logan Worm. Ball 1. Andrew Southward still on in relief for Chris Lamas, who went just 1 1/3 innings. Next pitch, off-speed, misses outside. 2-0 to Bryce Tilton. We finally have word on that Conor Lowery play. The error will go on Jacques Robinson. The throw was a little low. I think Andrew Fuentes would tell you that that's on him, but the error does go to Jacques Robinson, the shortstop. Logan Worm, the catcher, it appears that his chest plate had lost a strap or something. I'm not sure what happened, but home plate umpire said go back and get a new one, so he will. Rogue Nation, if you haven't already, go to our Facebook page. We have a giveaway going on right now, a 5,000 Facebook fan contest giveaway to celebrate you, Rogue Nation, for the amazing support you've given us over the 5 years that we've been in Medford. Find that post. You can't miss it. It says 5,000 fan giveaway. like, share, and comment on that post. Be entered to win a Rogues replica jersey and season tickets for life. That ball low gets away from Logan Worm. Conor Lowery will advance to second on the play. Oh, we actually have a defensive change. Colin Lawrence is on. He is catching for Logan Worm. Conor Lowery at second, 2 outs in the top of the fifth. The pitch to Bryce Tilton hit up the middle, but gloved nicely by Andrew Southward. He throws over to first in time to get Tilton. Rogues leave a runner at second, but still lead 7-0. We head to the home half of the fifth. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. For over 60 years, Lippert's Carpet One has been dedicated to helping people find the best flooring solutions for their home or business. And for over 60 years, Lippert's has sponsored and donated to many organizations in our community, and we appreciate them. If you want to completely transform a room, Lippert's has many products available, and there are more choices than ever. Whether for your home or business, Lippert's has a professional staff dedicated to helping you find exactly what you're looking for. Lippert's wants to thank you for being your flooring source for over 60 years. Located in Medford on North Pacific Highway or Rogue River Highway in Grants Pass, or find them at lipperts.com. Welcome back, Rogue Nation, to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. First pitch swinging to Colin Lawrence, who just came on for Logan Worm. It is hit to Bryce Tilton. Tilton over to first in time, first out of the inning for the Bears. So Colin Lawrence comes into the game in the top of the fifth. Here in the bottom of the fifth, looks at one pitch, grounds it to Tilton for the first out of the inning. TJ Dove looks at a first pitch strike on the inside corner. 0-1 the count. The 0-1, missing just outside. Alex Isola froze his glove there for a while. Waiting for the home plate ump to call strike. Did not. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out in the bottom of the fifth. That one missing low. 2-1 now the count. That ball hit up the middle, and it's going to be by a diving Bryce Tilton. So a 1-out single for the Bears here in the bottom of the fifth inning. However, with the ground out by Colin Lawrence, that breaks the streak. The leadoff man for the Bears does not get on board here in the fifth inning. It's a 1-out single for TJ Dove. That'll bring up Trey Yukamoto. Yukamoto batting .255 on the year. He walked back in the third inning. First pitch to Yukamoto in there for a strike, 0-1. TJ Dove at first on deck, the leadoff man for the Bears, Creed Smith. Here's the 0-1 to Trey Yukamoto. That one hit well to center field. Conor Lowery is going back, giving chase. He will make the catch on the run. Heading back to first is TJ Dove. 2 outs now in the bottom of the fifth inning. So that'll bring up Creed Smith. And TJ Dove, who is over there at first base, singled earlier in this inning, just the second hit given up by Jamie Flynn in this ballgame. So Creed Smith singled in the first, grounded into a 6-4-3 double play in the third. First pitch in there for a strike to Creed Smith, 0-1. Here's the 0-1. That one just missing inside. Evens the count 1-1. 2 outs, bottom of the 5th inning. Rogues on top 7-0. Bears have a runner at first. That is TJ Dove. Next one, off speed, misses low. 2-1 the count. Just one other game going on in the Great West League. It's the bottom of the 5th at Chico. Potter's on top of the Heat, 7-1. Next pitch catches the outside part of the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Here is the 2-2 pitch. That one low, so now the count is full. It was a great stop by Alex Isola, playing catcher tonight. Ball bounced in the dirt, but Isola using his chest plate to bounce the ball right in front back onto home plate. Keeps it in front of him, keeps TJ Dove at first. Full count with 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Jamie Flynn. That one is outside, ball 4. That'll bring up Jacques Robinson. Jacques Robinson stepping into the batter's box for the Bears. He is 0 for 2 on the day. Runners on first and second, 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning. Rogues on top, 7-0. Here's the pitch from Flynn. That one swung on, fouled back. 0-1 the count. Here's the 0-1 to Jacques Robinson. Swung on, that is hit through the left side of the field. They are going to hold TJ Dove at third, so the bases are now loaded. Ball hit in between Davis DeLorfis and Clay Valenzuela-Reese, the left side of the infield. And that'll bring up the third baseman, the number 3 hitter for the Bears, Josh Winkler. Bryce Tilton comes over, has a couple words for Jamie Flynn. Flynn will circle the mound. Steps on the rubber, and we're ready to do this. Bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th inning. Jamie Flynn trying to keep the Bears off the board. Here's the first pitch to Josh Winkler. Off speed, in there for a strike. 0-1. A great pitch by Jimmy Flynn. Flynn's one of those guys that uses the mental aspect of the game as much as his physical attributes. Got to expect a fastball. And so he throws the off speed. 0-1 to Josh Winkler with the bases loaded and 2 out. That one swung on and missed. Strike 2. Josh Winkler 0 for 1 on the day, grounded into a double play in the first, walked and stole second in the fourth. TJ Dove at third. Creed Smith at second. Jacques Robinson at first. 2 outs, bottom of the 5th inning. Rogues on top, 7-0. Here's the pitch from Jamie Flynn. The 0-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. The first strikeout swinging by Jamie Flynn. He gets out of the bases loaded jam, keeps the Bears off the board through 5. We head to the top of the 6th. Rogues on top, 7-0. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com. Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Welcome back, Rogue Nation, to Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. First pitch to the leadoff man, Clay Valenzuela races outside, ball 1. Next one swung on, hit to center field. Coming on is Creed Smith. He will make the catch for the first out of the inning. So a rare out by Clay Valenzuela Reese here in the top of the 6th. Rogues on top, 7-0. That'll bring up Davis DeLorfis, who has an RBI single and a run scored back in the 2nd inning. The first pitch is off speed and high. Ball 1 to Davis DeLorfis. And Austin Southward still out there for the Bears. Now pitched 5 innings in relief. 4, rather. Next one misses low to DeLorfis. 2 balls and no strikes. 1 out. Top of the 6th inning. Rogues on top, 7-0. That one swung on, hit softly to Josh Winkler, the third baseman. Winkler is over to Fuentes in time to get Davis DeLorfis. That'll bring up Jake Hellwig, who singled and scored back in the 1st inning. He is 1 for 3 on the day. Jake Hellwig, one of the 2 big Jakes on the team. Hellwig batting .313 on the year. First one is outside, ball 1. And the Jake Hellwig is listed at 6'2", but I don't believe that. I think he's as tall as Jake Gazzo. Maybe Gazzo has an inch on him, but I don't think any more than that. Next one, a very slow off-speed pitch that hits Jake Gazzo. Ball just slipped out of Austin Southward's hand. It kisses Jake Hellwig on the back. Doubt that'll even leave a mark. Hellwig is aboard with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning, and that'll bring up Alex Isola. Isola, as it is properly pronounced, is 2 for 3 on the day with 3 doubles and a run scored. First pitch to Isola, inside and low, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. That one hit hard into the Bears dugout again. I think everyone's okay. One of the Bears players opens his hands up to Alex Isola saying, "What are you doing, dude? You trying to kill us?" It's the second or third time a ball has been sharply hit into the Bears dugout. 1-1 the count to Isola. It's going to be a throw over to first. Hellwig saw it all the way. He was trotting back to first before the throw was even made. He's back safely. So Hellwig at first. 2 out. Here in the top of the 6th inning, Alex Isola in a 1-1 count. Here's the pitch from the lefty southward. Check swing. It looks like it hit his bat. So 1-2 the count now to Alex Isola. Southward, the southpaw from Yuba City, California. Got to be fun to wear the city that you grew up in on your chest for your team. Off-speed pitch, missing outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Runner at first, that's Jake Hellwig, who was hit on a very soft ball thrown by Austin southward. Here's the 2-2. Hellwig takes off. That one hit high and not very far. It's going to be a difficult play. Let's see. No, it will not be caught. So it will drop in shallow right center field. Everyone is safe. Jake Hellwig is at third. Here's what I think happened. I know Jake Hellwig took off for second. That much I do know. I believe the second baseman, Trey Yukamoto, went over to second to cover the throw. The ball was hit very high into shallow right field. It was too shallow for the right fielder, TJ Dove, to make a play. Andrew Fuentes couldn't see it. Trey Yukamoto running over, tried to make the catch, could not. Runners are at the corners for the Rogues. First pitch to Johnny De La Cruz, inside, ball 1. I think they'll rule that a hit. We'll see what they call it. A very similar play happened at Harry David Field that was ruled a hit by our stat master BG Gold. That pitch to Johnny De La Cruz, missing outside. 2 balls and no strikes to De La Cruz. De La Cruz, 2 for 3 on the day, batting .310 on the year. 39 hits in 33 games. Coming into this one, throw over to first, Isola back standing. They do rule it a hit for Alex Isola. Hellwig at third, Isola at first, 2 out in the top of the 6th. Here's the pitch from southward. That one inside, blocked nicely by Colin Lawrence. 3-0 now to Johnny De La Cruz. I'd like to thank all of you for joining us here on the live stream. A beautiful Monday night in Marysville, California. Here's the 3-0 to Johnny De La Cruz. That one in there for a strike, off-speed pitch dropped in there. So still a great hitters count for De La Cruz. We'll see if Coach Lyle gives De La Cruz the green light, 3-1. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit well but foul down the third baseline. Runs the count full, 3-2. Full count to Johnny De La Cruz with the runners on the corners. That one low in the dirt. The ball bounces away from Colin Lawrence but bounces towards the pitcher's mound. Jake Hellwig, no chance to advance on the play. De La Cruz takes his base. Isola heads to second. The bases are loaded for the one Rogues hitter who does not have a hit in this ballgame. Hasn't reached base in this ballgame. That's Erik Yang. I think we're going to have a pitching change here at Yuba City, here in Marysville, rather. When we come back, that new pitcher and the rest of this inning, bases loaded in the top of the 6th. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts.
Rogues fans, it's easier than ever to get your tickets to check out the Medford Rogues this summer. Visit MedfordRogues.com and click the Tickets tab to pick your seats for the next night out at Harry and David Field.
That next night at Harry and David Field will be July 20th. That's a Thursday. Rogues will return home for a 3-game series against these Yuba City Bears. However, right now, in this game, the bases are loaded. Two out in the top of the 6th. Batting for Erik Yang, El Tortuga, Dante Gutierrez. New pitcher for the Yuba City Bears, Brian Bugarin, on in relief. Bugarin, a righty submarine pitcher. First pitch strike to the left-handed hitting Gutierrez. So the chess match continues. The Bears bring in a righty, so Jeff Lyle and the Rogues bring in the lefty, Dante Gutierrez. Bases are loaded, 2 outs in the 6th. That one high, evens the count 1-1. Hellwig at third, Isola at second, De La Cruz at first. Rogues on top, 7-0, looking for more. The left-handed hitting Dante Gutierrez waits on the 1-1. Hits that one well, but foul off the third base side into the Bears bullpen. Count is now 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Gutierrez with the bases loaded. That one missing inside. Good take by Dante Gutierrez. Gutierrez from Chula Vista, California. Plays for University of San Diego in his free time. 5'10", 195 pounds. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, bases loaded. That pitch misses inside. Another great take by El Tortuga. Runs the count full, 3-2. If you ever wondered what Dante Gutierrez's batting stance looks like, just look at Adrian Gonzalez. It's the same thing. The 3-1 is behind Dante Gutierrez. So it is a bases-loaded walk. Dante Gutierrez comes in to pinch hit and just stands there. Earns himself the 2-out walk. Hellwig comes home, 8-0. Rogues now on top. Isola over to third. Johnny De La Cruz over to second. Stepping in now is Conor Lowery. Lowery was hit by a pitch in the first, reached on an error in the fifth. He is 0 for 1. First pitch swinging for Conor Lowery. That is a blooper that's going to land into center field. Here comes one. Here comes two. A 2 RBI single for Conor Lowery. And that gives the Rogues an even 10 over the Yuba City Bears here in the top of the 6th inning.
Ladies and gentlemen, that brings up number 22, the first baseman.
Alex Isola comes home. Johnny De La Cruz comes home. Dante Gutierrez at second. That'll bring up Jake Gazzo. Gazzo is 0 for 1. He walked and scored in the second. 10-0 on 10 hits for the Rogues here in the top of the 6th. 2 outs, 2 on. First pitch to Gazzo. Catches the outside part of the plate for a strike. 0-1. Next pitch to the 6'5 righty from Redlands is outside. Evens the count 1-1. 2 outs, top of the 6th inning. Rogues on top 10-0. Dante Gutierrez at second. He walked home a run. Conor Lowery singled home 2 is at first. That one way inside, blocked nicely by Colin Lawrence. And no, they say it hits Jake Gazzo. Looks like it just barely nicked Jake Gazzo. Rogues will advance. Everyone moves up 90 feet. Bases are loaded again. This time up to bat, Bryce Tilton. Tilton 0 for 2, walked and scored. First pitch in there for a strike to Bryce Tilton, 0-1. Bases loaded again for the Rogues here in the top of the 6th. 3 already across in the inning, 10 across in the game. They're up 10-0. Next pitch is high, ball 1. So Gutierrez at third, Conor Lowery at second, Jake Gazzo at first. That pitch catches the top part of the plate. 1-2 the count to Bryce Tilton. The score, 10-0. Your Rogues on top over the Yuba City Bears here in the 6th. Next pitch swung on and missed by Tilton, strike 3. So that will end the inning. The Rogues leave 3, but they bring 3 home. Thanks to an RBI walk by Dante Gutierrez and a 2 RBI single by Conor Lowery. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Rogues on top 10-0 here at Colusa Casino Stadium. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. For over 60 years, Lippert's Carpet One has been dedicated to helping people find the best flooring solutions for their home or business. And for over 60 years, Lippert's has sponsored and donated to many organizations in our community, and we appreciate them. If you want to completely transform a room, Lippert's has many products available, and there are more choices than ever. Whether for your home or business, Lippert's has a professional staff dedicated to helping you find just what you're looking for. Lippert's thanks you for being your flooring source for over 60 years. Located in Medford on North Pacific Highway or Rogue River Highway in Grants Pass, or find them at lipperts.com. Fans, I can't tell you how many times we've had to replace a window at Harry and David Field because of a stray fly ball. When we need our windows fixed or replaced, the only team we trust are the folks at Bill's Glass. With locations in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass, Bill's Glass is the fastest and most affordable glass service in Southern Oregon. When you hear that crash, think Bill's Glass. The Rogues would also like to thank our friends at Avista. Serving Medford since 1906, Avista has created opportunities, sparked imagination, and fueled innovation. Today, as they celebrate more than a century of service, the folks at Avista are committed as ever to helping the communities that they serve to grow and prosper. Head to avistautilities.com today. Well, Rogue Nation, we are in the bottom of the 6th inning here at Colusa Casino Stadium. Jamie Flynn's night is done. His final line for your Medford Rogues: 5 innings pitched, 3 hits, no earned runs, 4 strikeouts. On in relief of Jamie Flynn, number 45, from Las Vegas, Nevada, Nick Parr. First pitch to Andrew Fuentes, swung on and missed, strike 1. The right-hander Parr comes set. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, hit high, foul, out of play. So Nick Parr quickly ahead of Fuentes, 0-2. The 0-2 is high. A good show-me pitch by Nick. So the count is now 1-2. Next one, missing outside, evens the count 2-2. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. No one on, no one out. Rogues on top, 10-0. Nick Parr comes set. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Andrew Fuentes. Swung on, hit to right center field. Going back is Hellwig, and going back is Conor Lowery. It will be Hellwig making the catch a few feet in front of the warning track. So 1 out in the bottom of the 6th inning. That'll bring up Kalen Crisosto, who is 0 for 1 on the day. He was struck out looking back in the 4th.
Delta College, number 16, Kalen Crisosto.
First pitch to Crisosto is high. Ball 1. Night has fallen here in Marysville. The lights are on. There is a pretty steady breeze blowing in from center field. Here's the 1-0 from Parr. That one hit to right center field. That is going to fall for a hit. Hellwig picks it up. Does a great job of limiting Crisosto to a single. So Crisosto is aboard with 1 out in the 6th. That'll bring up Steve Robinson, who was 0 for 2 on the day. He was struck out looking by Jamie Flynn back in the 2nd inning.
Number 12, Steve Robinson.
First pitch is going to be over the head of Clay Valenzuela-Reese. First pitch swinging by Steve Robinson. So back-to-back singles for the Bears. Puts them at 1st and 2nd. Alex Isola going to go out and have a conversation with his throwing mate Nick Parr. That'll bring up Colin Lawrence, the catcher, is coming up to bat. TJ Dove is on deck. Colin Lawrence 0 for 1 on the day. He came on as a defensive replacement for Logan Worm, the catcher for the Bears, back in the 5th inning. 2 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The first pitch from Nick Parr. Fastball catches the outside part of the plate for a strike. 0-1. Nick Parr, a great change of pace pitcher, going from Jamie Flynn, who uses a lot of off-speed stuff. Nick Parr definitely brings the heat. That ball hit is going to fall into right center field, and a diving attempt by Jake Hellwig. The ball gets by him. That is going to score a run. I'm sure if Jake Hellwig could do that again, I'm sure he would play that ball on a bounce, not try to make the diving slide. He does. That ends the shutout for the Rogues. The Bears get one across here in the bottom of the 6th inning. It's an RBI single for Colin Lawrence. He advances to second on the throw. Steve Robinson is at third. And that'll bring up TJ Dove. Here's the pitch to Dove. That one inside. Ball 1. So that will go as an earned run against Nick Parr. Here's the 1-0. That one catches the bottom part of the plate for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners on second and third for the Bears here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Rogues on top, 10-1. That one swung on and missed. Strike 2.
Wanted to get all of it, but he just totally was ahead of the pitch on that changeup. 1 and 2. So, sometimes when you're at the plate, it's a guessing game.
It is. But TJ Dove wants to be part of what's going on here.
He wants to add to the Bears' 1 run.
Next pitch, off speed, catches the outside part of the plate. Struck out looking is TJ Dove. Nick Parr gets his first strikeout of the inning, first one of the game for Parr, the righty from Las Vegas, Nevada. 2 outs now in the bottom of the 6th inning. That'll bring up Trey Yukamoto. Yukamoto is 0 for 1 on the day. He walked and flied out to center in the 5th. First pitch is just low. Fastball missing just under the knees of Trey Yukamoto. 1-0 the count. Runners still at second and third for the Bears here in the bottom of the 6th. Rogues on top, 10-1. That one is outside. So 2 balls and no strikes to Trey Yukamoto. That pitch is going to be hit up the middle for a base hit. It squeaks by Valenzuela-Reese and Bryce Tilton. So Yukamoto delivers an RBI single that sends home Steve Robinson. Advancing to third is Colin Lawrence, 10-2 the score now. So the Bears putting up a little bit of a protest here in the bottom of the 6th. That'll turn the lineup over for the Bears. Creed Smith now up to the plate. Parr fires over to first, but back in sliding safely is Trey Yukamoto. That pitch swung on and missed by Creed Smith. 0-1 the count.
No balls, 1 strike. Jacques Robinson on deck for the Bears. We're in the bottom of the 6th
Here's the 0-1 to Creed Smith with runners at the corners, 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Off speed, that drops in there in the zone for a strike. What a great pitch by Nick Parr. Caught the inside part of the plate. Creed Smith did not like it, but it's called a strike by the home plate ump. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 on. Colin Lawrence at third, Trey Yukamoto at first. Here's the pitch from Parr. Fastball, that one hit high and not very far. Jake Hellwig coming on. So is Bryce Tilton. It will be Hellwig who makes a sliding grab to make the catch for the final out of the inning. The Bears strand 2. They get 2 across. They finally get on the board here in Game 2. Rogues on top 10-2 over the Yuba City Bears. We head to the top of the 7th. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts.
Back on the road with the Rogues.
Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We're in the top of the 7th inning. Rogues on top 10-2 over the Yuba City Bears. Clay Valenzuela-Reese, the leadoff hitter for the Rogues, takes a first pitch strike. 0-1 the count. A murmur of protest by the Bears in the bottom of the 6th. They get 2 across. That ball hit to right field. Going back on it, and will have room is T.J. Dove. He squeezes the ball for the out. So Valenzuela-Reese is the first out of the 7th inning. Valenzuela-Reese hitting a paltry 2 for 4 today. I say paltry facetiously, sarcastically, of course. Valenzuela-Reese working on a 15-game hitting streak. He is 2 for 4 on the day. Reached 3 times, scored twice, has an RBI. Speaking of RBIs, Davis DeLorfus steps into the batter's box. First pitch, he checks swings, it goes around. 0-1 the count. DeLorfus had an RBI single back in the 2nd and scored later in the inning. DeLorfus hits one, a chopper to the first baseman, Fuentes. Fuentes feeds Bugarin, who barely beats out DeLorfus for the 2nd out of the inning. High chopping ball. Fielded nicely by Fuentes, the first baseman. Hustling over was Brian Bugarin. Steps on the bag to record DeLorfus for the 2nd out of the inning. That'll bring up Jake Hellwig. Hellwig is 1 for 3 on the day rather. Has a walk, a single, and 2 runs scored. First pitch to him, strike at the knees. 0-1 the count. Brian Bugarin comes set. Here's the pitch from the Submariner. That one outside. Evens the count 1-1.
Good stop there from Colin Lawrence to not let the ball get away. 1 ball and 1 strike now. Hellwig. That pitch was wide.
That one missing low.
Misses on the inside, just barely.
So 2-1 the count to Jake Hellwig. Waiting on deck, Ice. Alex Isola. That one missing inside. So 3-1 now to Jake Hellwig. We'll see if Jeff Lau gives him the green light.
After this third out, it's 3-1 now.
2 outs, top of the 7th. The pitch to Hellwig. Swung on, fouled, back off the third base side. We'll do this again. 3-2 now to Jake Hellwig. Bases clear. Here in the top of the 7th. 10-2, your Rogues on top over the Yuba City Bears. Here's the full count pitch to Hellwig. That one fouled back up and over the screen.
Full count to Hellwig. Shot foul out of play. So now the full count remains in protect mode.
Hellwig steps back into the batter's box. We'll do this again. Full count, 2 outs, nobody on. That one swung on, hit to the right side of the infield. Again to Fuentes. Fuentes over to Bugarin, who makes the catch. Steps on the bag. 1, 2, 3, go. The Rogues in the 7th. We head to the bottom of the 7th. We're going to stretch here at Marysville. I suggest you do the same at home. 10-2, your Rogues on top over the Yuba City Bears. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts.
At People's Bank, we know that banking doesn't have to be complicated. Good banking happens when we put people first. Here at People's Bank, we're for the people with big dreams. We're here for families working on creating a better life for their children. We're for businesses investing locally to create a better community we're proud to call home. This is Ken Troutman, president of People's Bank. When we put people first, families grow stronger, businesses thrive, and our community flourishes. People's Bank, we put people first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back, Rogue Nation. We're live at Colusa Casino Stadium in Marysville, California. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Rogues on top 10-2. New pitcher for the Medford Rogues, Liam Kent, makes his third appearance for the Rogues this season. The first pitch to Jacques Robinson inside, called a strike on the inside part of the plate, 0-1. And I was talking with Liam Kent earlier. And a fun fact about Liam, he is actually the Liam that is referenced in the Kendrick Lamar song Humble, in the clean version of the song Humble by Kendrick Lamar. That pitch outside evens the count 1-1. In the clean version of the song Humble by Kendrick Lamar, he says, "Sit down, Liam. Sit down. Hold up, Liam. Sit down." Fun fact, that's actually about Liam Kent. He told me himself. That's where I'm getting this information from. That one hit high and foul out of play. 1-2 the count to Jacques Robinson. I asked Liam, well, how do you know Kendrick Lamar? He says, oh, yeah, me and Kendrick, we go way back. And so then that obviously prompts the next question. Well, why is Kendrick Lamar telling you to sit down? And he said, I was a little unruly at a party. Someone was yapping their mouth, and Kendrick was being a good friend telling me to sit down and calm down. That pitch is outside. Evens the count 2-2. So if you ever hear Humble by Kendrick Lamar on the radio, you'll hear, sit down, Liam, sit down, hold up, Liam, sit down. Just know that is talking about Liam Kent of the Medford Rogues out of Torrance, California. Here's the 2-2 from the lefty, Kent. That one hit right back to Liam. He picks that one up, fires it over to Jake Gazzo. 1 out in the bottom of the 7th inning. That'll bring up Josh Winkler. Winkler, the third baseman for the Bears. Winkler is 0 for 2 on the day. He walked and stole a base back in the 4th inning. Struck out in the 5th. Grounded into a 6-3 double play in the 1st. So the right-handed hitting, Josh Winkler steps in. The lefty Kent gets the sign from Mike Sola. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled back out of play, 0-1 the count. Bottom of the 7th inning, 1 out, no one on for the Bears. Rogues on top, 10-2. Next pitch, misses low, evens the count 1-1.
Exit at a high velocity, so please pay close attention to the on-field action. If you need medical assistance at any time, please notify a member of our event staff.
Next pitch from Kent. That one's hit to right field. Jake Hellwig giving chase. He will not get there. That one rolls all the way to the wall. Josh Winkler in there with a stand-up double in the bottom of the 7th inning. That'll bring up Andrew Fuentes. Fuentes walked in the 2nd, flew out to right field in the 4th and 7th innings. Thank you, Lori. I do think it's a cool story. I'm really surprised that Liam knows Kendrick Lamar, but you have to take him at his word. I can't tell the guy that he's being superfluous about his own life. The pitch to Andrew Fuentes is inside, ball 1. Off the record, I'm not sure if I believe Liam Kent. He may or may not have been serious, but that is the conversation that we did have. Those were the words that were exchanged earlier today. 1-0 to Andrew Fuentes with Josh Winkler at second. The pitch. That one misses high. 2-0 the count. One out here in the bottom of the seventh. Rogues on top, 10-2. That one swung on, fouled back over the press box. 2-1 the count. I do have a fun fact about Liam Kent. I'll give that to you in just a few moments. Here's the 2-1 to Andrew Fuentes. Swung on and missed. Strike two. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Josh Winkler at second here in the bottom of the seventh. Rogues on top, 10-2. Here's the 2-2. That one missing outside. Runs the count full, 3-2. So before the game, Liam Kent was playing with his kendama. Kendama is a word, yes, exactly, Doug. The Road can neither confirm nor deny that Liam Kent is longtime friends with Kendrick Lamar. Here's the full count pitch to Andrew Fuentes. Swung on, foul, tipped. Just barely got a piece of it, did Fuentes. We'll do this again. So if you're not following us along on Twitter, it's at Medford Rogues. Our Twitter followers got a sneak peek, an inside look at Liam Kent working with his kendama. It's a wooden thing. I don't know how really to describe it. It helps with hand-eye coordination. There's a ball on a string attached to it. Running on the play is Winkler. That ball is hit high and very shallow. Bryce Tilton makes the play at second. Clay Valenzuela-Reese there at second base to double up the Bears, and that will do it in the bottom of the seventh inning. Handshakes all around for the Rogues dugout. We head to the top of the eighth. Rogues on top, 10-2 here at Colusa Casino Stadium. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. For 60 years, Lippert's Carpet One has been dedicated to helping people find the best flooring solutions for their home or business. And for over 60 years, Lippert's has sponsored and donated to many organizations in our community, and we appreciate them. If you want to completely transform a room, Lippert's has many products available, and there are more choices than ever. Whether for your home or business, Lippert's has a professional staff dedicated to helping you find exactly what you're looking for. Lippert's wants to thank you for being your flooring source for over 60 years. Located in Medford on North Pacific Highway or Rogue River Highway in Grants Pass, or find them at lipperts.com.
Catch the Rogues all season long, right here on MedfordRogues.com.
Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Top of the eighth inning. Rogues on top, 10-2. First pitch swinging for Alex Isola. Hits it to the third baseman. Winkler has some trouble with the ball. The throw over to first base, not going to be in time. Isola beats it by half a step. We'll see if that goes as an error on Josh Winkler. He made the play on the ball, and then on the transfer, he dropped the ball. Went to pick the ball up, dropped it again. And by the time he threw over to first, Isola was aboard. I believe they'll call that a hit. So Isola is 4 for 5 on the day. 2 runs scored, 3 RBIs. Another day at the office for ice. Number 29, Conor Konishi, I believe that is, stepping into the batter's box. Yes, that is Conor Konishi, making his first appearance at the plate for the Rogues in this series. He takes a strike. 0-1. Konishi coming in for Johnny De La Cruz. Konishi did not pitch the end of last night's game. That was actually Will Floyd wearing a different jersey. That ball gets away from the catcher, Colin Lawrence. Isola will trot into second base. He advances on the wild pitch. So back on the flip side, Liam Kent, who has pitched the last couple innings for the Rogues, working on a kendama. Imagine a ball in the cup game, but it's not a cup. It's a wooden shape. It has different size inserts on it where you can balance the ball. Pitch outside to Conor Konishi, 2-0. Apparently, a lot of the pros use it. It's to help with your hand-eye coordination. The ball also has a hole in it. Goes through about halfway. That ball is check swing. It's going to roll foul. So 2-1 the count to Conor Konishi. So the idea is, similar to ball in the cup, you have to swing the ball that's on a string attached to the dama, I believe. I believe the dama is the wooden shape and the ken is the ball. I'm not doing it justice. Head to our Twitter, medfordrogues.com. Check it out. It was a real sight to see. Bobby Wood, you can see in the background of the video, is just mesmerized by the work that Liam Kent is doing on the kendama. Conor Konishi stepping back into the batter's box, 2-1 the count. Alex Isola at second, nobody out here in the top of the eighth. Rogues on top, 10-2. That one swung on and hit through the right side of the field for a base hit. Isola will be held by Jeff Lyle. So runners at the corners for the Rogues, nobody out here in the eighth. And that'll bring up Dante Gutierrez. Dante had an RBI single back in the sixth inning.
Dante Gutierrez.
First pitch to Dante. That one's hit well to right field. Going back is TJ Dove. He is at the warning track. He will make the catch for the out. Alex Isola will come home. Another RBI for Dante Gutierrez. Just missed that one. Increases the lead for the Rogues 11-2 now. Boy, a few balls have been just barely missed by the Medford Rogues out there in right field. A very strong wind blowing in from center field. I imagine that has something to do with it. Conor Lowery's night is done. Pinch hitting for him from Medford, Oregon, Braden Stutzman. First pitch swinging for Stutzman. He hits that one deep to right center field. That is going to fall at the warning track. Braden has himself a double. Here comes Konishi. He's coming home. Stutzman legging for three. He's going to get there safely. A triple for Braden Stutzman. First pitch swinging. He crushes that ball to the deepest part of the park in right center field, right into the power alley. My goodness, Braden Stutzman put a charge into that one.
Ladies and gentlemen, another pinch hitter.
So, two more come home.
For the Medford Rogues, number 7, Josh Berman.
Or one more comes home, rather. Just Conor Konishi comes home, getting a little ahead of myself. Two have come home in the inning so far. 12-2, the score now. Rogues back up by 10. We have another pinch hitter for the Rogues. Stepping in for Jake Gazzo, first baseman Josh Berman. So Lyle and the coaching staff for the Rogues making us earn our paycheck here up in the booth with all these defensive changes, but we're happy to do it, especially with the Rogues up big. 12-2 here in the top of the 8th. 1 out. Braden Stutzman at third for Josh Berman. Michael Legier is out in left field for Steve Robinson. First pitch to Josh Berman. In there for a strike, 0-1. Another defensive change for the Bears, now in right field. Brendan Nelson. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Berman. Now 0-2. Nope, that was strike 3. Sorry about that. Got a little turned around. It is strike 3 swinging to Josh Berman. He'll head back to the dugout. Braden Stutzman still over there at third. And now another pinch hitter for the Rogues. Coming in for Bryce Tilton to play second base, no doubt. Big Jaden Hanna.
Number 5, Hannah.
Jaden Hanna from Portland, Oregon, attends Lane Community College. Stands in 5'6", 170, left-handed hitting batter. 2 outs, Stutzman still at third here in the top of the 8th inning. That pitch outside to Hanna, ball 1. The 1-0 to Hanna, swung on and missed. A big swing by Big Jaden. Here's the 1-1 to Hanna with Stutzman at third. That ball gets away from the catcher, but the ball bounces right back to him. That's Colin Lawrence catching behind the plate. No chance for Stutzman to advance. 2-1 the count to Jaden Hanna. Braden Stutzman at third after he tripled to score Connor Konishi earlier in this inning. 12-2 the score. Your Rogues on top. Next pitch swung on and missed by Hanna. Evens the count 2-2. Next pitch swung on, foul, back out of play. Jaden Hanna stays alive. Next pitch swung on, hit to the first baseman Fuentes. He picks it up. He'll take it himself for the final out of the inning. However, 2 more come across thanks to RBI singles by Connor Konishi, an RBI single by Connor Konishi, and the RBI triple by Braden Stutzman. We head to the home half of the 8th, 12-2 your Rogues on top over the Yuba City Bears. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Welcome back, Rogue Nation, to Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Rogues lead 12-2 here, bottom of the 8th inning. New pitcher on for the Rogues. Bobby Wood makes his first appearance for the Rogues this evening. Bobby Wood from Sunnyvale, California, spends his time at Mission College. 6-foot right-hander, 170. Making his 11th appearance on the year. He's 2-0 with a 3.76 ERA, has 20 strikeouts in 14 and the third innings pitched. A bit of housekeeping. I mentioned earlier that Braden Stutzman is from Medford, Oregon. That is actually Josh Berman, the on-deck hitter who is from Medford, Oregon. Braden Stutzman is from Twin Falls, Idaho. The pitch to just give me a second while I get my bearings here. There was a pinch hitter. Caught me off guard. That was Dalton Bishop. That ball was hit to the shortstop, who is now Scotty Wright. Fires over to first, who is now Josh Berman for the out. So a ton of changes going on here in the final innings here in Marysville. So that was Dalton Bishop, who pinch hit for Kalen Crisosto. The first pitch to Steven Robinson, who is still batting in his normal spot. In there for a strike, 0-1. Rather, outside. Called outside. 1-0 the count. Here's the 1-0 from Bobby Wood. That one missing low. 2-0 the count. So, from what I can see, it looks like Connor Konishi is in left. From up here, I can't tell who's in center. In right, I believe, is Braden Stutzman. Josh Berman is at first. Jaden Hanna is at second. Scotty Wright is at short. Davis DeLorphis still at third. Next pitch, in there for a strike, 2-1. Here's the 2-1. That one swung on and fouled back, evens the count 2-2. That one swung on, fouled back out of play. Count remains 2-2. One out in the bottom of the 8th. Rogues on top, 12-2. Bobby Wood, the pitcher for your Rogues. That pitch missing outside. Runs the count full, 3-2. Here's the 3-2 pitch from Bobby Wood. Swung on, hit well to center field. Not well, rather. Short pop fly for Scotty Wright. He makes the catch, a step in to the outfield grass in between Connor Konishi and
Ladies and gentlemen, now batting for the
most
Bears,
likely Caleb Smith out there in center. He's usually the one
Colin Lawrence.
who plays center field if it's not Conor Lowery. That'll bring up Colin Lawrence. First one swung on, fouled back. 0-1 the count to Colin Lawrence. Here's the 0-1 from Wood. Off speed, drops in there nicely for a strike, catches the outside part of the plate. Quickly 0-2, Bobby Wood ahead of Colin Lawrence. 2 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the 8th. Rogues on top, 12-2. The moon has peeked out behind some clouds. A almost orange color. It's a beautiful color. Swung on and missed by Colin Lawrence. It's a drop third strike. Alex Isola picks it up, fires over to Berman at first. 1, 2, 3. Go the Bears in the bottom of the 8th. We head to the top of the 9th inning. Rogues on top, 12-2. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts.
Rogues fans, it's easier than ever to get your tickets to check out the Medford Rogues this summer. Visit MedfordRogues.com and click the Tickets tab to pick your seats for the next night out at Harry and David Field.
That next night out, Rogue Nation, will be Thursday, July 20th. The Rogues will be hosting these same Yuba City Bears on Salute to Bacon Night. The team will be wearing special bacon-themed jerseys, which you can bid on during the game. They look so good, I almost took a bite of one. You can enjoy special bacon-themed food in our galley, including bacon burgers, bacon-wrapped hot dogs, and more. All presented by DNS Harley-Davidson. 96.9 The Rogue will also be there, spinning hot beats, giving out fantastic prizes, and calling from Harry and David Field. Scotty Wright, who is on as a defensive replacement for Clay Valenzuela-Reese, back in the bottom of the 8th inning, batting for him here in the top of the 9th. 3-1 the count. New pitcher for the Yuba City Bears, not a new player for the Bears. Josh Winkler, the third baseman, pitching for the Bears now. 3-1 the count to Josh Winkler, to Scotty Wright. Josh Winkler on the mound for the Bears. Rogues on top, 12-2 here in the 9th. Swung on and missed. Strike 2 for Scotty Wright. Next one is low, ball 4. So Scotty Wright earns himself a leadoff walk in the top of the 9th inning. That'll bring up Davis DeLorfis, one of the few Rogues left standing in this game.
Ladies and gentlemen,
DeLorfis still playing third base for the Rogues.
Third baseman number 18.
He is
4.
1 for 5 on the day. He has a single, a run scored, and an RBI back in the second inning. The pitch is outside to Davis DeLorfis, 1-0 the count. The 1-0, that ball gets by the catcher, Colin Lawrence. Scotty Wright will advance to second. 2-0 the count to Davis DeLorfis. Scotty Wright at second, nobody out here in the top of the ninth inning. Scotty Wright waits on the 2-0. Here's the pitch from Josh Winkler. That one misses outside, 3-0 the count. Colin Lawrence going to go have a conversation with his new pitcher, Josh Winkler. Rogue Nation, if you haven't already, head to our Facebook page. We are doing one of the biggest giveaways we've ever done in the history of the Medford Rogues. We're giving away 2 season tickets for life and a replica Rogues jersey, all as a thank you to you, Rogue Nation, for 5,000 Facebook followers. Head to our Facebook page. That's MedfordRoguesBaseballClub.com. Davis DeLorfis looks at a ball called on the outside part of the plate. He earns himself a walk. Runners at first and second for the Rogues, and stepping in for Jake Hellwig, Jaden France. Small Jaden, as he's called. Jaden France, normally a starting pitcher for the Rogues, but does play infield for his college, San Jose State. France from Santa Clarita, California. First pitch swinging high and out of play. Ball 1. Jaden waits on the 0-1 from Josh Winkler. That one high. 1-1 the count. So that's the kind of stuff that you'll see in a 10-run ball game. A position player pitching to a pitcher who is pinch hitting for a hitter. 2 on, nobody out in the top of the ninth for Jaden France. That one swung on and missed. Strike 2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Jaden France. That one swung on and missed. Strike 3. So Jaden France down swinging. That'll bring up Ice. Alex Isola has a huge game tonight. He is 4 for 5. 3 singles, a double, 3 RBIs, 3 runs scored in this ballgame. He leads the Rogues in RBIs by almost 11. First pitch. Catches the outside part of the plate for a strike, 0-1 to Ice. Next one catches the lower part of the plate, quickly 0-2 to Alex Isola. Next one misses low. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners on second and first. Scotty Wright at second. Davis DeLorfis at first. That one high. Evens the count, 2-2. Here is the 2-2 to Alex Isola. That one missing outside. He runs the count full. A great at-bat for Alex Isola. He was down 0-2. Run the count full. 1 out here in the top of the 9th inning. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled back. We'll do this again. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out in the top of the 9th inning. Rogues on top 12-2. Scotty Wright at second, Davis DeLorfis at first. That one catches the bottom part of the plate, strike 3 to Alex Isola. Isola doesn't agree with it, but you can't complain in the 9th inning of a 10-run ball game. That'll bring up Conor Konishi.
For the road, number 29, Conor Konishi.
Conor Konishi had a single back in the 8th inning. The RBI actually went to Dante Gutierrez, had a sac fly that scored Alex Isola back in the 8th inning. First pitch to Conor Konishi outside, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. That one swung on and missed. Evens the count 1-1 to Conor Konishi. Next one catches the outside part of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on for the Rogues. Scotty Wright at second, Davis DeLorfis at first in a 10-run ball game here in the 9th inning. Here's the pitch from Winkler. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So the Rogues threaten but get none. We head to the bottom of the 9th inning. Your Rogues on top 12-2. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. When we come back, the final 3 outs of this ball game. Stick around, Rogue Nation. We'll be right back. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. I didn't forget about you. We're in the bottom of the 9th inning. Your Rogues on top 12-2 over the Yuba City Bears. A new pitcher for the Medford Rogues. And when I say new, I mean that so-so, because he's new this year. He did pitch for the Rogues last year. Colton Westfall makes his 2017 Rogues debut. First pitch to Brendan Nelson outside, ball 1. Next one, a fastball. Nelson just got a piece of it. Count is even 1-1. Colton Westfall from Medford, Oregon, goes to school in southern Idaho. 6-foot right-hander 195. That pitch swung on, hit to the hole in short. Scotty Wright not going to have a play on it. Brendan Nelson is aboard with the leadoff single here in the bottom of the ninth. Colton Westfall appeared in 10 games last year for the Rogues. Started 1, had a 1-1 record, 18 and a third innings pitched, 17 strikeouts, 2.94 ERA. So another terrific arm for this Rogues pen. Joined the team just a few days ago. That one hit high, and I mean high, not very far. Jaden Hanna coming on. He will make the catch in the infield grass. That was Michael Legier, who pops up to second base. There's the first out of the inning. TJ Dove still at first. That'll bring up Creed Smith. Actually, that's Brendan Nelson over there at first, who pinch hit for TJ Dove.
Ladies and gentlemen, that brings up our center fielder from Chico, California.
So that'll bring up Creed Smith.
Number 4,
Creed Smith from Chico, California. Creed is 1 for 3 on the day with a walk, grounded into a double play back in the third. Pitch from Westfall misses high, and Westfall actually threw that ball so hard he knocked his cap off. So 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out, runner on first for the Bears in the bottom of the ninth. Here's the 0-1. That one is hit well to left center field. Konishi going back, so is Caleb Smith, and Konishi will not make the catch. He almost did. It may have bounced off his wall, off his glove rather. It does bounce off the wall. It is a double for Creed Smith. Brendan Nelson advanced to third on the play. So that'll bring up the shortstop, Jacques Robinson. Robinson is 1 for 4 on the day. 1 out here in the bottom of the ninth inning. Rogues on top 12-2. Brendan Nelson at first, Creed Smith at second. Here's the pitch to Jacques Robinson. That one misses high. Ball 1. So runners at second and third, 1 out. Bears threatening to score, but not to take the lead just yet. It's a 10-run ball game. Here's the pitch from Westfall. Fastball misses low. 2-0 the count to Jacques Robinson. Colton Westfall gets the sign from Isola. Here's the pitch. That one swung on, hit right at the third baseman. Davis DeLorfis makes a great play at third base on the line. Catches the ball on a fly. Saves 1, maybe 2 runs from scoring. That'll bring up the pitcher for the Yuba City Bears, the 3-hitter for the Yuba City Bears, Josh Winkler. So now, just 1 out away from ending this ball game are the Rogues. First pitch to Winkler is a called strike, 0-1. That pitch swung on, foul back. Quickly 0-2 to Josh Winkler. The pitch gets away from Alex Isola, but bounces right back to him behind the backstop. So 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Josh Winkler. 2 outs, runners on second and third. Here in Colusa Casino Stadium. Rogues on top 12-2. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled back off the first base side. We'll do this again. The Rogues will have 2 days off before heading to Chico for a 3-game series with the Heat. That game will be on Thursday the 13th at 7:05 p.m. Here's the 1-2 pitch, swung on, fouled back. So Winkler extending this ball game. Runners on second and third for the Bears. Bottom of the ninth inning, 2 outs. Josh Winkler at the plate. Rogues on top by 10. Here's the pitch from Westfall. Swung on, hit well. It is going to be in. Gets down in center field. A run will score. The score is now 12-3. Josh Winkler has himself an RBI single. Advancing to third on the play is Creed Smith. Brendan Nelson scores. Runners on the corners for Andrew Fuentes now.
Now batting for your Bears, the first baseman from Woodland, California, attending American River College. Ladies and gentlemen, number 33, Andrew Fuentes.
Next pitch, that one's outside, ball 1.
2 outs, 2 on still, runners on the corners, and Fuentes at the plate. This is why, folks, you need to come out to the game because it stays interesting all the way to the end.
Next pitch to Fuentes, fastball misses outside, 2 balls and no strikes.
Winkler's got an RBI.
12-3 the score. That one catches the top part of the plate. 2-1 the count to Andrew Fuentes. Colton Westfall trying to close this game out. Bears putting up a little bit of a fight here in the bottom of the ninth. Runners on the corners. Rogues on top, 12-3. Here's the pitch from Westfall. Swung on and missed. Strike 2.
So now 2-2 the count now. 2 outs. I'm thinking it's because the cap doesn't quite fit right. He's the latest brand new player, Westfall for the Rogues, and they just couldn't.
1 strike away. Here's the pitch. That one fouled off the third base side. We'll do this again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on in a 10-run game here in the bottom of the ninth inning. Your Rogues on top. A 9-run ball game now. Your Rogues on top, 12-3. Andrew Fuentes steps back into the batter's box. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Caught by Alex Isola. Strike 3. The Medford Rogues win the game. They sweep the Bears, if you can call it that, a 2-game series sweep. They win 12-3. Player of the game for the Medford Rogues, I think it's going to be Alex Isola. He went 4 for 6. 3 RBIs, 3 runs scored. The final line for both teams, 12 runs, 13 hits, no errors for the Rogues, 3 runs, 11 hits, 2 errors for the Bears. We are back Thursday, 7:05 p.m. from Chico, California, right here on MedfordRogues.com. I'm Jonathan Kerman for the entire Rogues team. Thank you so much for joining us, Rogue Nation. Again, your final score, the Medford Rogues win 12-3 over the Yuba City Bears. We're back Thursday, 7:05 p.m., same channel, MedfordRogues.com. Until then, Rogue Nation, sleep well. And good night.
Rogue Nation, thanks for listening to Medford Rogues Baseball. Listen to the Rogues all season long, live on MedfordRogues.com.